this feeling, baby, we're invincible.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Notts County. If you're enjoying the series, drop a like on the video, that would be fantastic. Now, we're on the development centre because it's the 24th of March and we've not had a youth intake yet. So that suggests to me that there's basically zero chance that we don't get it in this episode. So that's awesome. Nothing's really changed here. We've got the one good young English central midfielder from Nottingham who's caught the eye, and we basically got two good centre midfielders, one from Nottingham who looks to be really decent, and a couple of good wing backs, which is actually not too bad, but it's still not looking like it's going to be a great one. Due to the way things have gone with the whole Brexit thing, we're definitely going to have to be investing in the youth academy anyway. God, that's gutted me out so much that it might really limit what we can do in terms of signing all these cool regens. I set the database up for that one purpose. Ah dear. Oh well, there you go. Well, hopefully we can figure out a way around that. Before we get into anything else, I forgot to do this yesterday. It's sort of the start of the week, I suppose. So it's time to thank new patrons. And this week it is Alan Tobin, Tommy Sykes, and Paul Arnold. Massive thank you to all of you, everybody else over there as well, for helping support the channel. That is fantastic. You allow me to do this and spend the time making these videos for you. Slocum's aspiration as a child was to become a barber, but he was too slow with the comb, so had to settle with being a footballer. Well, I mean, he chose to be a goalkeeper, so he's clearly decent enough with his hands. He's not going to Sweeney Todd anyone anytime soon. Nathan Tyson broke his jaw in a local fight club meet-up. He fights to try and relive his boxing glory days. Well, that would explain a lot. He is quite a combative player in this team. Probably won't be here next year, though, I don't think. And now another part in the Corey Bucolosi story. As it turns out, Bucolosi's unknown father has been found to have influence in the Vanarama National League refereeing system, having paid off the referee that called Notts County's goal against Eastleigh offside. Blaise Lisic has confirmed that he has talked with the Bucolosi family and has fixed the problem, as the motive behind the incident seems to be surrounding a move up to the up the Notts County rankings for Bucolosi. Well, he's playing more, so hopefully that means his family will stop sabotaging us, although it seems that it might not be the case. We unfortunately lost in the Youth Cup semi-finals. Only 2-1 though to Arsenal. For us to reach that though suggests a lot about this sort of style of play that seems to work quite nicely for the younger players. Bucolosi was fantastic in those matches. But anyway, a couple of games off camera, interesting stuff, and then we've got Chesterfield, the biggest game of this save so far, quite honestly. But also, in Chesterfield's other game that they had, which was in between all of this, they actually drew 0-0 at home to Fylde, so dropped points. First up, after our really hard-fought win away at Dagenham, I thought we did well, but it could have easily started to slip away from us. This was a strange one. Took the lead, well, they took the lead very early on with Will Randall, which I was just like, oh, for God's sake, not again. But then we started to turn things on a little bit. Right at the start of the second half, there was where we really did do that. Wes Thomas with a goal, Matt O'Reilly with a lovely one. Booty just threw it into him. The defender missed it entirely, and O'Reilly just hits it first time from just like, he's in the area, quite close to the 6-yard line, but he just smashes it in. Really nice for Matt O'Reilly to grab another goal this year, though. Another good performance from Booty. Michael Doyle had a solid game as well. Emilio Stavru also came off the bench in this one after just 4 minutes due to an injury, because Booty has to play at left back. So for him to get nearly a full 90 minutes and put in an alright performance, very, very pleasing. But a 2-1 victory over Sutton United, super important. As we then parlayed that into a 5-0 thumping of Harrogate Town. Finally, we saw the kind of performance that we've been looking for a while. They had a man sent off. Joe Leasley was sent off after 16 minutes, so I immediately threw it straight onto like short passing and whatnot after we got ourselves in front when Millen Bars scored his first goal upon returning from a broken ankle. So important to see that. It was really, really pleasing. And then we just kind of went from strength to strength. A double goals in the game from Wes Thomas. Mitch Rose scored a brace of penalties and Michael Doyle also missed a penalty. So it could have been 6-0. They were just fouling everybody. I'm amazed they didn't get more red cards in this match, but just the one. Unfortunately, Matt O'Reilly was sent off for what was called a two-footed challenge in this game. And I thought to myself, why would we need to do... We were like 3 or 4-0 up at this point, and Matt O'Reilly's just randomly decided to murder someone on the pitch. Thankfully, though, it can't have been that serious because when I appealed it, as I always do, the FA actually rescinded the red card. I've never had that happen before. So yeah, I couldn't believe the fact that Matt O'Reilly would do such a thing, and it turns out he didn't deserve to be sent off in the first place, so we got away with it, and a 5-0 thrashing of Harrogate Town. Remember at the start of the year, they were right up there. Now they're like 15th in the league, but this is the kind of performance we've not seen from us for a while, so it's very refreshing to have this right before the Chesterfield game, where hopefully we can go in there and do some business, because they've dropped more points, I think, because that leaves us now 7 points clear with 7 games to go. 7 above them, 8 above Barnet, and 10 above Aldershot. Those are really the only teams that are even in contention. Aldershot, I feel like they might make a late charge. Not for us, but for one of the others potentially. Wes Thomas now at 22 goals this season. Regan Booty's got 17 assists. He's going to win player of the season, and that just pleases me so damn much. It really, really does. So today, we've got Chesterfield. I feel like if we win today against Chesterfield, we will be in a position to be 10 points clear with 6 games to go. And I would say that basically gives us the lead. I think it would be very difficult for them to catch us after that. But if we lose, we would go down to 4 points. And we've given ourselves a cushion at least. So I guess if the inevitable does happen, we're still not out of the woods. And then we've got a Maidenhead United game directly in the next match to maybe try and put some more form back under ourselves. Because I still think we're going to get to 100 points. But I think they might do as well. I want to keep putting Milan Bars in because he just does things, and he was a great player when he was playing for us before, and the fact that he's slowly coming back to match fitness is definitely encouraging. I think Semenyo is still out, unfortunately, so it's all about Enrico Souza still. I'm alright with that. Thomas up top. Everything else is the same around here. Dehaney or Brindley? I mean, they're much of a muchness right now, and Dehaney's just got a higher rating overall, so we'll still go with that. And for the bench, I'm just going to leave it as it is, really, with Rose, Bird, Tyson, Walker, and Brindley. They're playing a 4-4-2, which is fine. We have struggled in places against them, but we've also put big score lines up against them too. For example, in the last game, Harrogate played a 4-4-2 and we thumped them 5-0, but it could have been because of the red card. Honestly, though, I think if we just come here and don't lose, I think we're in a really strong spot. But it could, yeah, I'm not going to try and push for it unless we're behind. But I really hope, though, that 5-0 thrashing of Harrogate is going to have done wonders for our confidence. And the morale is good. But then again, if we lose to Chesterfield in a game where it's top of the table clash, what's the betting that if we lose this game, we'll go out and lose at home to Maidenhead United in the next match? That would be so typical. Although, if we do lose, having a game against a really poor side could actually be the ultimate thing to break us out of that, if that morale thing is what's actually happening. Let's go and have this, though. Let's go and show what we're capable of here. Watch us lose like 4-0 or something. And if we do, then they would have probably been a lot better than us and deserved the win, to be fair. Buchanan, cleared away. Oh, and Dover are beating Barnet. That helps us even more. So far, we've not been the most creative, and they look pretty solid as well. Spiru. Oh, it's getting a bit jittery here for some reason. Daly, cutting inside, well blocked. Come back to him. Carvalho. What a save from Slocum. That was going in. Oh, and Thomas has got it. Can we surely take... Oh, if we take the lead here. Thomas, what a save, and Sousa on the rebound. That was a chance. I just want to try that. Because I think that when you're playing 4-4-2, it's not so easy to find the spaces in those positions. And maybe we can go through the middle, particularly when we've got those great dribblers in the centre of midfield. Possession's coming back our way. Very, very cagey game so far, though. Nobody's really been on top. We've had that one opportunity that we definitely should have taken. That's about it, though. The key thing is to not lose. McCrory is actually looking quite knackered here, and I wonder if we might have to make the traditional substitution when this happens, because we've got nobody else there. It might have to be Booty at left back, and then Mitch Rose on, swapping with O'Reilly like that. Stelios is into a good spot here. Nuttall! What the hell was that? I don't know what happened there. I thought the goalkeeper saved it, and then he just let it in. Okay, I want to know what the hell just happened there. Because it looked to me like this was a pretty much nothing opportunity. This ball's just flicked on. I mean, come on. What is that? We are getting some of the weirdest things happen in these big games. Rose, we need to get some balls into the box, but they've not committed enough fouls for us to really get free kick opportunities so far. Dehaney, go on, lad. Go on, lad. He's going to shoot, isn't he? That is the most infuriating crap. I hate it so much. Why would you do that? Booty. Well played, Regan. It's a bit more like he's actually brought it down. It's going to have a little dribble. Hit early crosses. They just weren't crossing the ball. It's like they're trying to lose the match in the end. Well, there you go. Yeah, very, very even game on the night. But came out on the wrong side of it. Again, against the big clubs. It just seems to be this weird... We just seem to have this inferiority complex. We just... that goal. Like, I feel like the keeper should comfortably be just catching the initial one. There's nothing to it. But, hey, shit happens sometimes. We've got to keep pushing on, and now we've got to go and beat Maidenhead in the next game and keep our run going, because good Christ. Right, so we got our youth intake, and I've got to say, I'm pretty disappointed, but then I'm also not that surprised, to be honest. So we'll have a look at it properly. That's a shame, really. But then we didn't really... Also, what happened to all the players that it said we were getting here? Have a looking at the dev centre here. Like, best potential ability is this guy. Like, I mean, it says Craig Goodwin is our best prospect. So I guess he was the guy from Nottingham that they were talking about. But, I mean, he's not a good prospect at all, is he? This is not a good youth intake, unfortunately, for us. A few players with the 3-star potential, sort of, maybe. Bradley Richardson and Ethan Oliver have at least got, like, some reasonable starting ability, perhaps. But, I mean, let's face it, look at so many ones in them. And it's not a good youth intake, unfortunately. We've got Saim Atas, as well, a Turk in the youth intake too, which is kind of cool. He was one of the win-backs, I guess. Sam Cherry was probably the other one that they were talking about. Pretty underwhelming youth intake, unfortunately, but that's life. We've not got the best youth facilities currently, so we're going to have to sort that out. Right, so, difficult one today for us. Well, sorry, no, not for us. Chesterfield are away at Hartlepool, though, which could be our saving grace, in all honesty. We host Maidenhead United. Now, I know I predicted that after the Barnet result that we would lose the next game, and I think the reason we didn't is because we didn't lose to Barnet, we drew. And I have a horrible feeling that that result against Chesterfield might play a huge part in this, but it might also be that because Maidenhead are so poor, we might be able to get the comeback win to bounce back that we need, because our next match is against Solihull, who are bottom of the league. So we've basically got 2 must-win matches right now, which could put us in a really strong spot, particularly if Chesterfield drop points to Hartlepool, which is likely, you know? Honestly, I don't see any reason to change what we've currently got in the lineup, to be honest, as much as they played quite poorly in the last match, but who else do we really bring in? I'm going to put Antoine Semenyo back on the bench, though. I don't think he's justified himself starting, in all honesty. Sousa's been okay, but I will definitely bring him off the bench in this game and make sure we've got that option. Maidenhead do play a defensive type of system. That's okay. It's going to give us a lot of the ball, you'd feel. Much like that Dagenham game, this is a massive one for us to bounce back. We need a strong performance here. And I think it should be okay, but we will see. This could be the worst result of the year for us, potentially. We went unbeaten in the first 14 games of the year, and then the moment we lost a game, we lost 4 in 5. We need to go out here, put in a very, very big performance and move ourselves onto 91 points and hope that Chesterfield lose. Because if Chesterfield, or even if they drop points, potentially, they could go back to 6 points behind us or even 7 potentially, but we've still got to do our part. And that's essentially the key factor, is we need to do our bit and win the match. And Hartlepool are winning against Chesterfield. That is the goal that we wanted to see. And of course it's Tommy Coult. That guy scored double against us this year. Duhaney. He's coming all the way in. And he's found Booty! Ooh, okay. That's more like it. We've not been good so far, though. Must say, they've committed a lot of fouls. Look at this. 7 fouls already. Here we go again from a corner. Getting a fair few of those as well. And it's Oliver! Yes! There we go. Charlie Oliver. Well, we've seen this goal before. Regan Booty's ball in. Charlie Oliver with a very, very important goal. And we now lead at home against second from bottom, albeit Maidenhead United. But it's what's going on elsewhere that makes all the difference. This could cancel out that result to Chesterfield. Come on! Right. And now I'm going to try it. I want to see how well this works, because we've got the time to do this. O'Reilly with lots of room, and finds Sousa, and it's onside. Eriko Sousa scores the goal. Notts County 2, Maidenhead United 0, and now we are in a very, very strong position. And I think right now it's all about what's happening elsewhere. This is a very, very good response. This is exactly what we needed after the disappointment. I thought O'Reilly was going to shoot, but he's disguised it brilliantly. I thought that was offside, in all honesty. With another game against the bottom club coming up next. I think if we win the... Oh, no. Oh, that was a chance, genuinely. Hartlepool 2-0 up now against Chesterfield. Oh, good times. We're 2-0 up. They're 2-0 up. This is a very good time for us right now. We need to see this game out, though. McCrory loses out. Going to try and play our way into this one. Milan Bars is in. Back post. O'Reilly. Oh, I thought he was going to go for it. Dehaney. He might, though. O'Reilly. Ball in. And Booty's header. And it's hit the crossbar. Well, 2-0 up at half-time. Doing a decent job of it so far. Not been the best performance in the world, but we're 2-0 up and we can't really ask him, well, oh, wow, okay. Chesterfield are 2-0 down and down to 10 men. If we don't go 7 points clear today, I'll be gutted. Another close range one for Regan Booty, ball in. Sousa's header is wide. They give so many free kicks away. Booty's just whipping these in for days, and it's in there. Flicked over the bar. Oh my god, what a chance. Okay, that's a change I'm definitely content to make now. So Sousa over there, and then we'll get Semenyo on that side. In fact, I might even get Stephen Walker on up front for a bit. Oh no. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. Why did number 3 not get across there? What a save from Slocum. He's been called into action. Question. They've committed 31 fouls in this match, and there's not been a single yellow card. What is that? We, however, have got 1. I don't think I've ever seen that. How are they... I mean, surely after a while the referee would just be like, surely for persistent fouling, if nothing else. They've literally... Oh, God. Cassidy's through again. He's surely... Yeah, he's scored. Are these games always just going to end up 2-1 where we go 2-0 up in front and then... I mean, they've had 3 clear-cut chances, to be fair to them. Like, we can't argue with that. But how have they not got any bookings? Just going to turn our passing back to normal. Booty might go for goal. No, he doesn't. And it's headed wide again. Literally, they've got one last chance to whip a ball in. If you clear it, we're fine. Well played, Eriko. Just hold it. Yes! Okay. So, hard-fought win in the end. We were fortunate, frankly. Like, we did really well in this game. I think the referee's an absolute knob. Somehow, 34 fouls only equals 1 yellow card. Like... Even if you average it out for each player, that's like 3 each. Even if you include the goalkeeper, how are they not getting more yellow cards than that? That seems a bit off to me, but whatever. I know sometimes you're not always going to get yellow cards for every foul, but if you committed 34 fouls in a game, you feel like they'd probably give you a bit more than 1 yellow card. Anyway, we got the win in the end, which is the most important thing. And more important than that is that Chesterfield lost. We're in a massively good spot now. It should now be hopefully plain sailing, particularly if we win our next game away at the bottom club. But that was tight. was far tighter than it needed to be. Thankfully, though, we go 7 points clear at the top of the league again. It's over both Chesterfield and Barnet this time, and I think 7 points clear with 5 games to go. One more win could put us potentially 7 points clear with 4 games to go. We're in a really good spot. I think we need like 3 more victories and we'll be all right, but maybe even less than that. I don't know. We're coming here, guys. We're coming. So, next episode. Obviously, it's going to be another double livecom, of course, but it's going to be Yeovil and Chorley, the final 2 games of the season. I don't see it being wrapped up when we get to those matches somehow, because we've got 3 consecutive away games, albeit Solihull Moors should be winnable, but Fylde away also should be tough. But then Aldershot away. That's the one that I think that we'll almost certainly lose. But you never know. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, drop a like on the video. That'd be glorious. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. That'd be brilliant as well. I'll join you guys in the next episode for the final 2 games of the season. Can we win the title? I think we're in a good spot to do it, but you never know with this league. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.